Part 2 of readings of 3rd of August 2024. Because Charlie hit the red, button on the bottom of my iPhone, we almost got through an entire video in one sitting though. Like, we did well. We were up to 1 hour and 47 minutes when she blipped us off. Thanks, Charlie. It was so cute. I was so focused on reading. I didn't even notice that she stood right in front and pressed her beak against the little red square. Oh, dear goddess. Oh, that's annoying. But anyway, we're back. Part 2. And I was saying, he is singing happily as he is closer to the mama. This was back in 2017. And can poop in my hair. Also, other lorikeets are talking to him from other parts of the neighbourhood. Oh, Charlie, it was all about you, Charlie. But no, you blipped us off, Charlie. You little iPhone blippity blibbity flibbity gibbet. Saboteur par excellence. Am I right? But I forgive her. She's a bird. She doesn't know any better. Handsome, clean, fluffy dog, also loving life. Oh, dear goddess. It's a weird world in Tanya's world. Me trying to achieve things, being successful and productive. Here's another one of the bow. Where are we now? Oh, that's a cute one. Very cute, Bobo. Lavender bush and kumquat tree are doing well. I'm going to bother showing you that photo. It's enough. I watched Preacher episode 7. I love that show. Now I've been watching The White Queen while making costume jewellery, remaking broken necklaces, etc. Something to keep me busy and take my mind off other stuff. Then I posted a meme. Donald Trump saying that White House is a real dump. And then a quote by President Barack Obama back in 2013. The evening when Michelle and the girls have gone to bed, I sometimes walk down the hall to a room Abraham Lincoln used as his office. It contains an original copy of the Gettysburg Address written in Lincoln's own hand. I linger on these few words that have helped define our American experiment, a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Just in that alone, you can see the calibre of the man's intellect and grace and sense of history and sense of presence and sense of his place in that White House, sense of his position compared to that entity. I can't even call it a man. And so all my viewers that are big Trump fans, you've just left and deprogrammed and unsubscribed. And you know what? I don't care. There's the evidence for your very eyes. The difference between the two presidents. Just saying. Take your Trump derangement syndrome bullshit and shove it up your tuchus and wiggle on it several times. In fact, keep spinning on it, like rinse and repeat till you wake up to yourself. But they won't, because they're mad. They call us mad, but they're the mad ones. Here I write, God, I miss Obama, and I am not even American. That part does make me a bit mad. But I actually care about who's in charge of the free world. Because, red button, red zone buttons, people of Earth. Dear goddess. How the American people could ever have voted in that miscreant orange doughboy, I still cannot ever comprehend. May God protect us all. I know, Charlie, the world is run by idiots, and not just the Trumps, and not just the other idiots. There's every world leader in the Western society civilization has proved to be beneath the task across both party lines, or all party lines. Human beings have been dumbed down and poisoned for so long we can barely fucking function now. It's disturbing. 3rd of August 2016. I woke up at 6 a.m. Cat scuffling, lungs muffling, bladder insisting. I got up, made a cup of tea, let socks in, threw Sophie out and Penny out. Crazy cat woman existential unks. What? You're agitated. I came back to bed, utterly exhausted, feeling old and fragile. Now, this was 8 years ago. 8 years of feeling old and fragile and exhausted. It's been a long, hard slog. Listening to loud crunching and gnawing of oral fixated terrierist under my bed. Also to the dawn chorus of the descendants of dinosaurs soaring into the vivid skies. Life, be in it. In brackets, fuck that shit. Going back to sleep for a while. Sometimes it's the best thing you can do. It's just sleep it all off. But sooner or later, you have to wake up and take action, am I right? Vote, people of Earth. Vote honourably and decently for the sake of heaven and for our continued existence on this planet, just saying. My goldfish loving the sunshine and a tad hungry. Just photos I took of my goldfish. You can't really see them all that well. It's a bit blurry. Anyway, reminds me I've got to get out there and clean the filter. I'm a bit late doing it. Should have been done on Wednesday. Meh. I soaked our harvested macadamias with Jared on Monday. Just now roasted them. Almost burnt them too. But oh my God, delicious, organic, fresh from my tree. Must harvest some. Plenty of nuts at the moment. There's always nutty time. Nuts around at the moment, but actual macadamia nuts. Yummy. I dreamt of owning a macadamia nut tree plantation when I came here. Every house I moved into, I planted one or bought one for friends with enough acreage. This tree was gifted me from the Fae or Mother Nature, from the wind, the birds. Started growing right in front of my letterbox. Now it is very tall and yields its precious cargo to the guardian of sacred space. What is meant to be yours always comes to you. Be patient, keep the faith, and dream. Indeed. I bought a vice, so I have cracked the remaining cup of nuts, soaking them now. I also bought a hose for the front garden, as my other one calcified, so my annoying odd jobs are sorted now. My iPhone camera is still wet inside, which is ironic as I keep taking photos and everything is in soft focus. Handsome boy. Here's my handsome boy. He needed a eyebrow trim though. Sometimes I forget to do that. Here's a photo of all the macadamia nuts. Lovely. Lovely macadamia nuts. I have a debrief with my doctor at 3:30 p.m. I'm so tired I could pluck out my own eyeballs, but that won't help me. So making copious cups of tea and, you know, the usual constant in life, breathing. My asthma is much better, but the rest of my body is rebelling after months of dragging a barely oxygenated corpus around. So I need more rest. At least until the dancing on the weekend, when the zombie creature Undeadable puts on her red shoes and tries to dance herself into oblivion. Or at least oblique, oblivious obsolescence. Here I am, babies, still doing it. Amazing, wonderful woman, you. So I had to talk to myself for a moment. Just had to remind myself how amazing I am. I have to be a little bit proud of me at times. I am amazing. 3rd of August 2015. I shared a meme. Number 1, mad cunt, an Australian term which denotes the highest possible praise in which one can receive. He is the maddest cunt I have ever met. Or, I love that kid, he's a mad cunt. My girls, photo of all my chickie babes, looking very chickeny indeed. Yes, beautiful girls they were. Quote of the day: happiness comes a lot easier when you stop complaining about your problems and you start being grateful for all the problems you don't have. I wrote, please God, no more pedophiles, psychopaths, vermin, nasty weak men parading as lovers, no more liars, fakes, cheats or bores, no more drones, no more merchants of evil. I need a rest, a long, long rest. The rest of my life lived in peace, freedom and joy kind of rest. If you can't or won't give me that, then fucking smite me. Well, I shouldn't have said that because he almost smited me not long after, actually. Well, I did that to myself. But he almost smited me dozens of times in the last 9 years. 2 significantly scary events and a few little minor scary events. No deals. Done. Over and out. Thanks for the 3 years of dancing before the descent into even more ugliness. That was something nice I could say about my life. Now, I wrote that on the 3rd of August 2015, and I attempted suicide on the 21st and 22nd of August. So it was fucking intense that year. It was the worst year of my life. I don't even know how I'm still alive after that, actually. It just shows you how amazing I am, how amazing my gods are. Update, 3rd of August 2023. 19 days later, I tried to kill myself. Even that was denied me. Then in early December 2015, Beauregard came into my life. And now, 2 days ago, he is gone. I'm struggling to find a reason to stay on planet Zombie. But his love will carry me further, I am sure. I'm comforted by the videos and photos I took of him. My dear, sweet boy. I've had no contact with my daughter. I haven't even told her that Bobo has died, which I did later on, because I mentioned it earlier, didn't I? She was not very fond of him. I knew she was busy bumping out her show on Monday, 31st of July, and then Bobo died the next day. So here I sit, in grief, alone, with only Charlie Bird to love me. It is what it is, a long, slow declension. Grateful to my friends who have comforted me in this harrowing time, indeed. 3rd of August 2014. Today, 3rd of August, was my former mother and father's wedding anniversary. I noticed this at exactly 1:11 a.m. Lol. Auspicious only, as they were my progenitors, but the marriage was a screaming hellhole. My half-sister had the temerity to inform me that they were happily married until they got pregnant with me, trying to infer that I was the family curse and the unravelling of all their happiness. I wonder if that was actually true. The 4 of them, my paedophile godfather included, was certainly the cause of my CPTSD and lifelong struggle to find joy and safety in life. In the end, they all had to either die or abandon me completely for me to be free, safe, and joyous. Oh, the irony. I am happy now as I have survived those bastards. Battery running low. Dear Goddess. Trying to maintain equilibrium here. Keep the flow. Go, go, go. All systems go, go, go. Am I right? We'll plug us in. What happened? Charging. Okay. So, I am happy now as I've survived those 4 bastards. And one day, I will be a thriver as well. Life goes on and will continue to blossom after the aftermath of destruction that was my former life. I expect my life to be awesome and even more awesome. I will accept no less. Just watch the movie Precious. Wow. A testament to survival of young female abuse victims everywhere. She was lucky to finally get the support she needed from good, kind people. May all who suffer be blessed with good, kind, non-judgmental people so they can finish off their lives in dignity and truth, but most of all, with love, lots of love. I had a great day or night with my friend Jared. I drank almost all his tea and ate most of his Pfeffernusse, lol. They're a kind of gingery flavoured little biscuit covered in a white icing. It's a German sort of biscuit. A bit like Lebkuchen, but not quite, but similar. We watched Foxtel, the story about Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love, read our tarot cards, a lovely Hamish time. Here's some photos from the peace rally for Israel I attended. 3rd of August 2013. Oh, Mama T's starting to fade, babies. But here we are. Here we are. My daughter and I stopped at Yamba on the way to Grafton to meet little Ramon. At Yamba on our way to pick up Ramon, the rare Queensland rabbit, my new grandson. It is what it is. My new grandson, much adored. Delivery took 11 hours spent on the road trip to fetch him, and many months of eager anticipation. Mother and baby well and over the moon with each other. Well, it is what it is. This is all we have in our lives, my daughter and I, is the love we had with our pets. No grandchildren. Neither of us with a loving partner. I think my daughter Jasmine's got a partner, but that's it. That's what we're left with. 3rd of August 2011. Postcard pledge from a suicidal blonde, still biting concrete but chewing on the important stuff. Okay, some of you will notice I was not well last night. In fact, not well at all. Some of you don't notice these things, which is cool, and some notice and wish they hadn't. So for the record, I discovered how much love is in my life, and I am grateful for the wonderful support I received from the very people that matter the most to me. Lifeline do not exist for me, and I will be writing a long letter of complaint to their head office when I am in a clearer headspace. I will no longer donate money or clothes, and thank God for my amazing sense of humour, which is why I am still here. Thank you to my true love. Well, I don't know what that was about since he dumped me after. Oh no, he'd already dumped me. Well, maybe he came because he felt guilty about the dumping. But anyway, it's complicated and it's weird, people of Earth. But here I write, thank you to my true love, that should go in inverted commas, who came to me when I needed that hug and support in a most honourable way. Meaning he didn't try and have sex with me when I was vulnerable. I now know how much I am loved and cared for by the one man I had thought was lost to me. There's a lot I can say about that, but I won't. I'll let it go. It was a kindness in that moment. It was also a major head fuck, but it was a kindness in that moment. This means a lot. Thank you to Jared and Lynn, who let me gabble on and who listen and are there for me, and to my psychiatrist who understands I am an emotional wreck and that even my intellectual insight does not always help in times of crisis. Thank you for the love, the acceptance, the tolerance, the patience. Thank you for being my guiding lights when my world shuts down inside me and I think I am losing me. Thank you, Lifeline, for keeping me on hold for the 3rd time in my life in a fucking crisis, because you made me so fucking angry, distressed, abandoned, rejected, yet again, that I connected to my inner core, my ego, my feelings of worth. You are a shitty organisation because there must be thousands of suicides. You failed. Who did not have that sense of bizarre humour and couldn't hold any longer. To my frequent flyers, I know where you are and how close I was to joining you. Bless this life and bless this bullshit. I posted an article called Australian Criminals of the 1920s, and it was photos of all these men who were prisoners in the 1920s, and it was amazing. Let me just read that again. Who actually posted the original? It was quite chilling, actually. It was posted by howtobearetronaut.com. I don't know if you can still find it, but it was amazing. And I commented here, wow, they all have a very intense gaze. I'm thinking in many cases underlining mental issues. The guy in his socks was possibly a suicide risk. They still remove laces from shoes and belts to this day. Although being the 1920s, he may most likely have not been able to afford shoes. Interesting, regardless. I finished off my compost bin. Now I just need to buy paint and paint it. I didn't bother. I moved the finished pallet garden next to it, so there is more order now in the backyard. Now I need to plant out the seedlings. It was a lovely day today, but very windy. And copyright Tanya Desiree Aarons. And thus concludes today's readings of even date. And the time is 1:53 p.m. and I'm going to have something to eat, some lovely lunch. I'm going to take Charlie out in the sun, and I'm going to try and get rid of this fucking congestion from the CPAP device out of my chest. I guess I'll need to drink some mullein tea, won't I? Since that usually works for me. And on I shall go, and on I shall go, and on I shall go in my continuous becoming more brilliant, more vibrant, more amazing, more gorgeous, healthier perhaps than ever before. Please, by the will of all the gods, let that manifest so I can have my beautiful life, perhaps with a beautiful man who adores me at the appropriate time, and prosperity and joy and peace and more awesomeness than you can poke a stick at, babies. So much, much, much love from the Tanya at Titania's Realm. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And remember, as always, never ever let the bastards grind you, me, us, or even little Charlie down. Bye for now.